Jimmy, are you ready? Are the bags packed? Yes or no?
The bags are packed. The bags are packed. I think I'm going in a suitcase by myself. I'm so excited. ISE, here is time. It's unbelievably exciting, Michelle. And we're here to actually share a whole bunch of things that we're going to do.
And we're going to do so many things, but it's going to be different this year from other years. We have a booth as every year. We will not have demos, but we will have our amazing OEMs where you can get your demos on everything that's about Teams Rooms. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to host a bunch of theater sessions.
I think it's really important to understand that you can still see all of the Teams rooms, but we want you to actually go to the partner booths. And that's sort of where that passport experience is going to come into play. But we're going to go through everything that we have at the Microsoft booth. Let's tell them a little bit about what we're doing, Michelle.
Yeah, so it's a big theater. I think we can hold 20 or 25 people. There's enough room for everybody to stand around the sessions. There are going to be more than 20 sessions. We'll show you the speakers in a second. All of our execs will be there. Engineering will be there. Leadership will be there. It's going to be a full experience. We're going to have a lot of fun guest appearances at the booth, which we'll talk to you about in a second as well. We'll be at a summit. There's so much stuff coming, Jimmy, and I think
even important, if you're not there, Michelle, we've actually worked in a couple of sessions that we're going to do on our YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you're subscribed through this. We're going to go through everything that you have, but also that passport experience. We talked about it. We want everybody to go to our partner booths. We want them to look at Teams rooms. We want them to look at what's been revolutionizing conference rooms for the last year. If you haven't seen Teams rooms, if you haven't seen every OEM product that's out there, you want to make sure that you set aside the time, but also take the time to come and say hi to us. We're friendly people, Michelle. We like people.
We're friendly people. And the partner technical strategy team for Teams rooms is going to be there, the full conference. So on the slide, Rob Carlson, Mo Khalifa, Jimmy, and myself, we're going to be there, and we're going to have a couple of amazing fellow presenters. We have Mr. Service Hub, Frank there.
Frank is one of the best presenters on Surface Hub. If you don't know, during the pandemic, Frank actually presented out of his basement. He had an unbelievable setup. Frank will be there to go over everything on Surface Hub. If you've got Surface Hub questions, Frank is the guy to ask.
Yes, and then we have our product marketing team there as well for Teams and for Teams Rooms. Matt and Caroline, they'll be hosting a couple of sessions alongside us. We'll show you the full schedule, but I think it's important to know that it's not just going to be us. We're going to be on stage with all of these amazing OEMs that have Teams Room certified devices. If we look at the schedule, Jimmy, for day one, we're going to have two different types of sessions. We're going to have the 15-minute sessions. Those are going to be short. I think the call to action is always go to the OEM and go see the product, but we have different topics that are super relevant. One of the highlights for me here, and I think if you look at what we did last year, it was a highlight as well, is the Q&A at 5 p.m. on January 31st with Ilya.
On Tuesday at 5 o'clock, if you come to the booth, you'll be able to see us live. But this is one of those that we're going to actually live stream for those that can't attend as well. Ilya is in charge of Teams and calling devices. He's the vice president of that division. He's unbelievably accepting of this invitation to actually sit with Michelle and I so we can ask him some questions. You know, Michelle, I'd love to hear what people want to ask Ilya because I've got my questions that I want to ask him. You've got your questions, but I'd love to meet some people that actually come to the booth early in the day. Say, hey, can you make sure that Ilya addresses this for us?
And then for those that are joining us on either the YouTube, so the channel, youtube.com/Teams Rooms Tech Talk. For those that are joining us online, make sure you send in your questions in the chat so we can make sure that Ilya answers everything that you guys want to know. YouTube, I think, is the main one. If you want to watch us on LinkedIn, it'll be streamed through my LinkedIn profile, and we'll make sure that we'll post the link in the next few days. The next day, the Wednesday, by the way, January 31st is my birthday. I'm not bringing an extra suitcase, so no pressure, but it is my birthday.
Oh boy,
February 1st. Yeah, February 1st. I think a lot of exciting sessions. One of the highlights here for me, Jimmy, is the session at 1 p.m. where we'll have Sanja on.
Yeah, Sandy's actually been around the Teams Rooms ecosystem for a very long time, but here she's going to actually talk about hot desking, the panels and displays. Last year, we actually hit her with some hard questions. She's willing to answer these questions, but I think she's got an unbelievable presentation. And you and I will be hitting her with some of those hard questions about hot desking, panels and displays, and where these things go. Remember, when we talk about Teams Rooms, we only talk about the conference room itself. We also talk about all of Teams. So having this open and honest conversation with some of the people that are building these products and building these experiences is really important to show.
And that's Wednesday, February 1st, at 1 p.m. at the Microsoft booth. Again, at the session, at the booth, but also live on the YouTube channel and on LinkedIn. The Thursday, which is almost like the last day because the Friday is kind of weird. Again, a packed agenda, one that a lot of people are looking forward to. I think two of the sessions that a lot of people are looking forward to is the one with Cisco. Obviously, I think it's going to be one of the first times that we're going to be on stage with Cisco. So that's going to be exciting. And also, we'll have some exciting news around the new technical and sales badges that are coming up.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things to share. There's a lot of things that are going to be coming out at ISE. Make sure to follow all of us on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and to get everything that's around. But like you said, Cisco, and then Friday we even have some sessions as well. I am staying all the way through Saturday, so I am Mr. Barcelona for the entire week, Michelle. There from Monday through Saturday, and then I fly back to the US where I become Jersey Jimmy again. So
Jersey Jimmy and Barcelona Jimmy. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Make sure, like Jimmy said, that you come and pick up your passport at the booth and you go visit all of these OEMs because I've heard that we're going to be handing out a couple of cool prizes. There's also the Smart Workplace Summit. It takes place on the Thursday. It's almost a full day, and it's on the first floor of the ISE conference. The location is CC 5.1. I'll be speaking there from 11:20 to 11:40, and I'll be giving you an update on Microsoft Teams. Not just rooms. I'll also be talking about places. I'll be talking about new features that are coming to Teams. I think that's going to be an exciting a session that you don't want to miss. But again, Jimmy, the most important thing, please come say hi.
Come say hi. We constantly, you and I both get private messages where, oh, I didn't want to come up, you were busy. Oh, I didn't want to, I saw you, but I wasn't able to actually pull you away. Come say hi. We want to actually make sure that we meet all the people that are there. I am flying from the US overseas. I want to make sure that if you have questions, if you want to come and see us, come and say hi. 100%.
Good stuff. It's going to be a super exciting week, Jimmy. Safe flight. Make sure you get out to Barcelona safe. I'll see you there. And everybody watching this, we'll see you there as well. It's going to be a fun time.
Thanks, everyone.